You're watching WWAY News at 6.
Thanks for joining us tonight for your news at 6. I'm Sydney Bouchelle. We begin with a woman being sentenced to at least 40 years in prison for killing two people in Bladen County. 24-year-old Keontae Poole pleaded guilty to 2 counts of second-degree murder for the deaths of Robbie Hildreth and Sean Burke. Poole and Nona Strickland lived with the victims at a Crib Road address off US 701 outside Clarkton. On April 8, 2021, Burke was found dead of blunt force trauma to the head, and Hildreth was found suffocated to death. Poole and Strickland stole Hildreth's vehicle and used the victim's EBT cards at multiple stores. Law enforcement eventually found the pair in the Pink Hill area, leading to a chase that resulted in their vehicle going airborne, landing on a Dodge pickup, and bursting into flames. Strickland's case is still pending. We have an update to a story we told you about on Monday regarding the homeless situation in Leland and Brunswick County. WWAY's Connor Doherty introduces us to a woman experiencing homelessness in the county.
But it's also more unfortunate that it's sad that the resources, if you have anything on your record, they don't want to help you.
This past Saturday, a fire broke out at a homeless encampment behind the Food Line on Reed Road in Leland. Sabrina Beckworth was one of the people living there. She says she lost the majority of her clothes, while her boyfriend suffered third-degree burns trying to put the fire out. Beckworth says she has been homeless for over a year and hasn't been able to get the help she needs to get back on her feet.
They just they're not helping. The only person that's out here to help so far was Red Cross. And that's done came to an end. And I mean, I'm still struggling. And I guess I probably will be until the day I die, I guess.
Joe Staten is the president of the Brunswick County Homeless Coalition. He says the county has a wider homeless problem than residents might realize.
We have recurring problems with homelessness come up. Last year, the Brunswick County Homeless Coalition came into contact with 1,045 clients who were in need of our services. So we can't count exactly how many people there are that are experiencing homelessness, but our numbers certainly indicate that there will be a problem in that area.
Despite the Red Cross's help, Beckworth is back on the streets and says it is difficult for her to get additional help because she has a criminal record.
But if you got a criminal history and stuff like that, and if you don't remember some of your criminal history, you will get in trouble for that. Like the Salvation Army, the last time I was in there, they ripped me up because I actually forgot about a criminal history that happened when I turned like 17, 18 years old.
In Brunswick County, Connor Doherty, WWAY News.
A spokesman for the town of Leland said it would be inappropriate for them to discuss homeless services as the town itself does not provide such services. If you are in need of services, we'll have a link to resources available on our website at wwaytv3.com. Bird flu is now affecting other animals. According to the National Veterinary Services Laboratory, bird flu has been detected in a dairy herd in North Carolina. Bird flu had also been detected previously in dairy herds in Texas, Kansas, Michigan, Idaho, New Mexico, and Ohio. Officials believe movements of the cattle from affected herds in these states to North Carolina have been suspended. Agricultural Commissioner Steve Troxler says the department is working with the federal government to develop protocols to handle this situation. He also says the FDA has no concern about the safety or availability of pasteurized milk products nationwide. We want to know, how concerned are you about the bird flu? We're asking on a star scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most concerned. Here's how you voted so far. Right now, the average score is 2.8. Thanks to everyone who voted so far. And if you want to vote, scan the QR code on your screen or head to our website. We're getting a new look at the work of the State Department is doing on the Cape Fear Memorial Bridge. Repair work is on the westbound lanes, started late Monday night. The work is expected to be completed by May 23rd because the contractor doing the work will get a $500,000 bonus if they complete the work before May 23rd. The bonus will drop to $200,000 by June 28th. An Oak Island Town Council has given the green light to a second new hotel project in town. Approval for a permit on a project known as Boardwalk Place happened in March of last year. Last night, council voted 3-2 in favor of another hotel, which will be known as Ocean Crest Hotel. It will be located on the same property as the Ocean Crest Pier on East Beach Drive. As a part of the approval, the hotel will not be allowed to sell alcohol or host rooftop events. There's another real estate change happening, this time in the Port City. CFPUA's downtown customer service center is moving next week to the Skyline Center. That's the former PPD building on North Front Street, which the city acquired last summer. With the new CFPUA location opening Monday, the last day for customers to visit the current office at 305 Chestnut Street will be tomorrow. Customers needing to do business in person on Friday should go to the CFPUA main customer service center at 235 Government Center Drive. There's also movement on the ground in Columbus County where planes take to the skies. A groundbreaking in Whiteville today for a building hoping to take an airport to new heights. The Columbus County Municipal Airport is receiving a new terminal building. Wilmington-based Thomas Construction Group has been selected as general contractor for this project. The project will consist of a two-story wood-framed building covering more than 6,000 square feet. That's nearly 4,000 square feet larger than the current building. State Representative Brendan Jones says today adds to a long list of improvements the county is seeing.
This groundbreaking ceremony not only marks the beginning of construction, but it symbolizes a new chapter in Columbus County's history, one filled with promise, opportunity, and prosperity for generations to come.
There will also be increased office space. These upgrades are meant to provide economic development for travelers, stakeholders, and residents in Columbus County. A Wilmington woman is among the first in the U.S. to undergo a new medical procedure, and as WWAY's Nate Malden reports, it helped her get her life back on track.
My heart was stopping for 4 to 5 seconds at a time.
Wilmington resident Pam Waddell says she rarely ever gets sick. That is, until December. While delivering meals for the Cape Fear Volunteer Center, she noticed something alarming while sitting in her car.
I was waiting in the car while a grandchild delivered a meal for me, and you know how you pull down the visor and you're looking there and you're looking at it, and I go, oh my gosh, I can see my heart beating here.
Waddell soon learned that she was suffering from atrial fibrillation, also known as AFib, which is when the heart beats irregularly. Waddell says she was frequently dizzy and could barely walk down the street. That is, until she became the second person in the U.S. and the first North Carolinian to receive a procedure known as pulse field ablation. It works by inserting a specialized wire into the body through a small incision. The wire winds through the arteries until it reaches the heart, where it will send small electrical pulses to get the heart back into its rhythm. Dr. Taylor Bazemore conducted the procedure and says it's less invasive than previous solutions.
With pulse field ablation, we're able to effectively and efficiently treat those heart tissues, but it has much less risk of injury to the surrounding organs.
Waddell says she was back to walking her dogs and selling houses by the next day.
It's really weird to think that you can do that much curative work with this very, very thin metal wire.
To be able to offer a procedure that can get her feeling better and help her to live her life, it's very gratifying.
In Wilmington, Nate Malden, WWAY News.
According to the CDC, AFib accounts for 450,000 hospitalizations each year. By 2030, they estimate more than 12 million Americans will have the condition. Up next, we'll tell you how a 10-year-old child is being honored on Pleasure Island and why it's a bittersweet moment.